Hey guys, Philippe Bouchad here, and oh boy, this is a really bad day for Canada right now because I just heard it on the news right now. Those damn tariffs from Mr. Trump in the US, 25%. These tariffs against Canada and Mexico, and oh man, oh my gosh, I do think that I do hate to say this because it's it's going to affect us. It's going to affect our jobs in Canada. It's going to affect our finances, and it's going to affect families and friends, and and enterprises. Every single one of us. These tariffs, even Americans. It's going to affect Americans. And it's just because of one person, and his decision. So, question is, the $1,000,000 question. Are we too soft? No, really. Are we too soft? I mean, we've been friends, with the United States of America for so many years, and this is every president, and and the First World War and the Second World War, and every single thing that we have done together. And in these financial crises, we helped each other. But now, because of one single individual or government or whatever it is, whatever we want to call it, we will no longer export to the US because of them. I'm really speechless right now, so makes me mad, and at the same time, freaking God. I was, because of one individual, we need to do just like we did with Adolf Hitler, during the end of the 30s and the beginning of the 40s, which means to never let Hitler conquer the world. Well, now, let's not let Mr. Trump conquer our world. It's not against the Americans that we're up against. It is against Trump himself. Simple as that, you know? I have to confess something because, every Saturday there's Off Square Music, which is a US event. Um, and that's between Canada and the US, and maybe it could even come from anywhere else as well sometimes. But you know what? It's pretty great because I've learned to know to know every single talent, musical talents, and it's it's been such a it was such a great experience, just to be with them, on Zoom, and it, it's all recorded, and after that it's on YouTube, so it's pretty awesome. So now I know a lot of guys from the United States, and they have such really great really great talent, and more importantly they're kind, and they are very kind and very authentic, and you know it's pretty it's pretty amazing to talk with them because they're so kind and they're so generous, just like us here in Canada. So I just hope that we will not be divided because of that. This is what I hope. Because, and even from the Daniel's Music Foundation, even because we have so many guys, and even women that are from the U.S. and that are so kind, and so talented, and talented artists all over the world as well. So it's like when I went to the Daniel's Music Awards, the Danny Music Awards 2024. It's been a really great experience for me, and I'm still very humble for that. It was from the School Academy of New York, so it's so for that too. I don't want us to be divided because of the all of this goddamn politics. Oh man. Because it's really a disgrace. It's a disgrace to be imposing such tariffs and that taxation on the borders. So it's pretty. It is a financial war that we have right now. So because of one person, and it's frustrating, really frustrating. And in Canada, we have this. We always had this reputation to be too nice, maybe. And don't get me wrong, I myself am like that as well. I'm nice, and I'm a nice person, And it's but at the same time, I there's also a time to be mad, but there's also a time to be nice. So a little bit to the right and a little bit to the left. So I am a cent I am a I am a cent I am a centered person. I consider myself to be a centrist person. So, but when it comes to things that this individual wants to impose to us, you know, then it's it's madness. It really is. It's madness. We cannot let this stand. Like Trump is he reminds me of Putin. When he launched that missile, that first missile, that first bomb in Ukraine. And this is what Trump is throwing at us: missiles. And his missile was that 25% taxation for Canada and the U.S. And Mexico when it comes to exporting to the U.S. So, oh, it's really maddening now. And what worries me, once again, is accessibility in that. Where do we go from here? Should we boycott computers? Should we boycott Apple? Should we boycott Android? Should we boycott even Freedom Scientific with our screen reader that we're using every time? It's called JAWS. Oh, man. Well, I certainly don't want that, because Microsoft is so unbelievable when it comes to accessibility and all, and for blind people. And I'm a blind person myself. I'm using a computer with a screen reader like JAWS in order to navigate on the internet and with my computer. And I'm very proud of that. Just like I'm using VoiceOver on the iPhone. So it's from Apple. And same thing goes for someone who is using an Android phone, and with TalkBack, the screen reader from the voice, the speech voice, the speech voice synthesizer from Android, the TalkBack. So it's like, and even the Blind Shell Classic. I don't know if it comes from the U.S., but that's near the U.S., I guess. So I don't know. So like I said, where do we go from here? Because of accessibility and all that I mean, every single thing that Microsoft brings, it's going directly to us in Canada. So, and anywhere else, Microsoft and even Freedom Scientific, and with JAWS, the synthetic voice that we are using. in order to navigate on the internet. So it's oh my gosh, it's really dark days right now. Really is. We must not give up. We must not, never give up. Let's not, let's never give up. It's gonna be really hard, but let's not give up. Let's keep on fighting. So, so that was it, guys. I don't know. I just hope that it's one day. I just hope that one day. Well, I just hope that we will do something about that. That we cannot let these tariffs stand. You know. We cannot let this stand. Just like President Bush has said one time, we will hunt down those responsible during the when the terrorist attack occurred happened in New York, so the World Trade Center. So for us, it's like we cannot let this stand, you know. We cannot let this go. We need to act, and we need to act now and fast. I don't know how, but we must. We must. All right, guys. On that note, thank you so much, and I just hope that you understand my frustration towards that, but towards the those tariffs, and I just hope that I just hope we won't have any issues with our U.S. neighbors, because it's the majority. I'm pretty sure that the majority of Americans that did not vote for Mr. Trump are not okay with that. And I just hope that maybe those who voted for him, some will be okay with that, but some will not be okay with that. I just hope, that we won't be disrespectful. We need to have dignity and respect. Dignity and respect. This is what we must have right now. But at the same time, we need to somehow replicate against the individual. But what frustrates me about that is that to replicate against the Americans, which is really unfair. So, but he's making us it's he's forcing us to replicate, He's forcing us to launch a bomb against them, sort of, which is really not fair. It's really not fair. Stupid. That's what it is. It's stupid. but we need to we need to help our Canadian workers and Canadian enterprises and families, you know, because it's going to affect them. That's for sure. It's going to affect all of us. So let's not abandon, guys. Let's not give up, no matter what. So on that note, I just hope we don't have those, misunderstandings about that. And on that note, guys, thanks, and see you soon.